Hi guys, welcome to Travel with Austin. I'm Austin, and this is another episode of Weird History. Now, imagine if you will, a haunted house at an amusement park. As you go on the ride, you may be scared by the things you see or hear, but some part of you can be reassured that it's all fake. Or is it? This is the true real-life story of the dummy mummy. In late 1976, the TV show $6 Million Man was using a fun house in California for filming. One of the production crew went to move a hanging man prop, and when they went to go and move it, the arm fell off. They quickly realized something was off, and it became even more certain that something was off when they realized that this dummy that they had thought had been a wax figure had a human bone inside of it. After examination by the coroner's office, they determined this prop was actually a human who had died over 60 years earlier, Elmer Mccurdy. Mccurdy's life ended in October of 1911. Mccurdy and two of his accomplices attempted to rob a train with over $400,000 cash on it, but instead they got their trains mixed up and accidentally robbed a passenger train, getting less than $50 and some whiskey. Now, the gang split up, and Mccurdy made his way to a ranch. He spent the night drinking with the ranch hands and joking around with them, and decided to sleep in the hay shed there. Now, unbeknownst to him, he had been implicated in the robbery, and the law was looking for him. On the morning of October 7th, 1911, three sheriffs waited outside the hay shed Elmer was sleeping in. Sometime around 7 a.m., Elmer awoke, saw the sheriffs, and began to take shots at the sheriffs. He missed every single shot he took. But of course, the sheriffs shot back, and one of the three sheriffs hit Elmer in the chest, killing him instantly with a single bullet. His corpse was embalmed, and since no one would claim it, Joseph Johnson, who is the mortician that embalmed it, put it on display, allowing citizens to view the corpse for a nickel apiece. And almost exactly 5 years after Elmer's death, two men claiming to be his brothers contacted Johnson and demanded they be allowed to take their brother's corpse for proper burial. Now, Johnson was suspicious, but people weren't really paying to see the sideshow act anymore, and he did think the body deserved a proper burial, so he gave the body to these two men. Of course, these two men were not his brothers, and instead owned a traveling sideshow, where they put the corpse on display once again. Now, Elmer's corpse changed hands several times over the years, and in 1933, it was actually put in movie theater lobbies around the U.S. to advertise the film Narcotic, where the director of the film said that Elmer's body was actually the corpse of a drug fiend who had been killed by the cops while he was on narcotics. Now, in 1949, the corpse was placed into storage, where it would remain until 1964. By this point, Elmer Mccurdy had been completely forgotten by history, and everyone thought that his corpse was just a wax movie prop. Now, his corpse was once again put on display in many places, including Mount Rushmore, until Spoony Sign, who was the owner of the Hollywood Wax Museum, decided that it no longer looked lifelike, which is kind of ironic if you think about it. And he took it out of rotation. In 1972, it was sold to an amusement park in California, where it was placed as a hangman in a funhouse. Now, as you already know, in 1976, it was discovered by the TV show $6 Million Man. After being discovered, the body was eventually returned to Oklahoma and buried. 300 people attended the burial. Reportedly, There are 2 feet of concrete that were poured over the casket so no one could ever dig up Elmore and use his corpse again. Although he was very unsuccessful in life, his death is a tale for the ages, and it is another piece of weird history. Thank you guys for watching.